Did you know that around 300 million years ago, our planet was home to insects the size of birds? This was the age of the Carboniferous Period, a time when Earth was the setting for a real-life creature feature, starring insects of incredible proportions. The Carboniferous Period, spanning from around 360 to 300 million years ago, was a transformative era, marked by unique conditions that allowed for the growth of such colossal insects. One of the most significant factors was the high levels of oxygen in the atmosphere. This period saw oxygen levels reach a staggering 35% compared to today's 21%. This oxygen-rich environment provided the perfect conditions for insects to grow to sizes we can hardly fathom today. Now, picture a dragonfly. Today, these delicate creatures have a wingspan of just a few inches. But during the Carboniferous period, they were the rulers of the sky. Known as Meganeura, these prehistoric dragonflies boasted wingspans of up to 2 feet, making them comparable in size to modern-day crows. But the Meganeura were not the only giants of this era. The land was also inhabited by Arthropleura, millipedes that reached lengths of up to 8 feet, the size of a small car. These enormous arthropods scuttled through the lush, swampy forests of the Carboniferous, sharing the land with primitive amphibians and early reptiles. Despite their size, these giant insects were not the terrifying monsters we might imagine. In fact, their diets were primarily plant-based. The Arthropleura, for example, were detritivores, feeding on decaying plant matter, while the Meganeura likely fed on other insects and small amphibians. As we delve deeper into the age of the giant insects, we are reminded of the power of nature and the remarkable adaptability of life. It's a testament to the Earth's ever-changing environment and the incredible diversity of creatures it has fostered throughout its history. The world was a vastly different place during the Carboniferous period, a time of giants. So as we journey further into Earth's past, prepare to discover more about the remarkable creatures that once roamed our planet and the extraordinary conditions that allowed them to thrive. The Carboniferous period witnessed the birth of Pangea, a supercontinent that housed these enormous creatures. Pangea, a vast landmass, was the result of Earth's tectonic plates shifting and merging, creating a unified terrain that stretched far and wide. This was the stage on which the drama of the Carboniferous period played out, with its cast of oversized insects and other gargantuan beings. The land was a patchwork of diverse ecosystems, characterized by extensive forests and vast swamps. Towering lycopsid and horsetail forests dominated the landscape, their dense canopies trapping in moisture and creating a humid, oxygen-rich environment. These conditions were a boon for the growth and survival of giant insects. The swamps, on the other hand, were a breeding ground for various forms of life, teeming with insects, amphibians, and early forms of marine life. These lush environments provided the perfect home for our planet's largest insects, setting the stage for an era of giants that our modern world can scarcely comprehend. But insects weren't the only giants roaming the Earth during this time. The Carboniferous period was an era of monumental creatures, a veritable parade of prehistoric colossi. The oceans, too, were teeming with life, and among them, the early sharks swam. These primordial predators were not the sleek, streamlined hunters we know today. They were odd, almost alien, but every bit as formidable. The land, meanwhile, was the dominion of the giant amphibians. Some of these creatures could grow up to the size of a small car, a stark contrast to their modern descendants. They were the kings and queens of the swamps and forests, ruling over their domains with a cold, unblinking gaze. These creatures, large as they were an integral part of a complex and interconnected web of life. Each species, from the smallest millipede to the largest amphibian, played a crucial role in maintaining the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Predators and prey, competitors and scavengers, all danced in a delicate ballet of survival, each movement echoing through the ages. And so, the Carboniferous period was a time of breathtaking biodiversity, a testament to the tenacity and adaptability of life on Earth. It was an era where the line between the terrestrial and the marine blurred, where the giants of the land met the giants of the sea. It was a time of giants, both on land and in the sea. These massive creatures didn't exist in isolation. They were part of complex, interconnected ecosystems. An ecosystem, in essence, is a community of living organisms and their interactions with the non-living components of their environment. In the Carboniferous period, these ecosystems were teeming with life, supporting a biodiversity that's mind-boggling to our modern sensibilities. The lush forests, extensive swamps, and rich soils of this era nurtured life forms that are beyond our wildest dreams today. The dragonflies the size of crows, the millipedes as long as cars, they all owed their existence to the vibrant ecosystems of the Carboniferous period. These creatures, in turn, played their roles in their ecosystems, contributing to the nutrient cycles, influencing the growth of vegetation, and even shaping the physical landscape. But why does this matter? You see, ecosystems are like intricate webs. Each species, each element, plays a vital part. Remove one, and the balance shifts. Change the conditions, and the whole system can collapse. That's exactly what happened at the end of the Carboniferous period. Changes in the climate, the formation of the Supercontinent Pangea, shifts in the atmospheric composition, these all had profound impacts on the ecosystems. The lush forests started to dwindle, the swamps dried up, and the rich soils turned barren. The giant insects, once the rulers of the land, couldn't adapt to these drastic changes. Their reign came to an end, and a new chapter in Earth's history began. But there's a lesson to be learned here. Our planet's history shows us the importance of maintaining our ecosystems. It's not just about preserving the beauty of nature, it's about survival. It's about ensuring that life, in all its forms, can continue to flourish. As we move forward, let's remember the giants of the past, the ecosystems that nurtured them, and the delicate balance that allowed them to exist. Let's strive to protect our own ecosystems for the sake of our future and the future of all life on Earth. The delicate balance of these ecosystems was essential for the survival of these giants. Today, we understand the importance of preserving our planet's diverse ecosystems. And with this understanding, we introduce the Planet Wild Project, an initiative that seeks to protect and nurture our precious environments. The Planet Wild Project is more than just a conservation effort. It's a global movement that embraces the lessons of our planet's past to safeguard its future. We've journeyed back through time, all the way to the Carboniferous period, where insects the size of crows and millipedes, as long as cars roamed the Earth. By studying this era, we've gained a deeper appreciation for the intricate balances that allow life to thrive. The Carboniferous period was a time of incredible transformation. The formation of the Supercontinent Pangea, the sprawling swamps, the dense forests, all these elements contributed to a world that could support such immense life forms. And it wasn't just the insects. Early species of sharks, giant amphibians, and a myriad of other creatures all coexisted in this rich, diverse ecosystem. Now, you may wonder, what does this ancient world have to do with our modern-day conservation efforts? The answer is simple. By understanding the conditions that allowed life to flourish in the past, we can better protect our ecosystems today. We can identify the factors that contribute to biodiversity and promote policies and practices that uphold these conditions. The Planet Wild Project is dedicated to this mission. We work tirelessly to protect habitats, to preserve species, and to educate the public about the importance of biodiversity. But we can't do it alone. We need your support, your passion, and your commitment to our planet's future. So join us. Join the Planet Wild Project. Together, we can make a difference. We can ensure that our planet remains a rich, vibrant home for all its inhabitants. We can safeguard our ecosystems, protect our biodiversity, and create a sustainable future for generations to come. By supporting the Planet Wild Project, we can help ensure that our planet remains a vibrant home for all its inhabitants. Together, we can learn from the past to protect our future.